Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Factorio here in our step-by-step to Megabase series. In the previous episode we set up this double copper smelter, we also introduced new types of mining stations. Today I noticed a lack of iron and sometimes we cannot serve all the stations here. This is very noticeable right here. Yeah, we even have empty lines. This is not good at all. So I think what I'm gonna be doing in the beginning is hooking up these two iron deposits and maybe even this stone deposit. And the way we're gonna do this is by taking this apart and replacing it with an intersection instead. So this intersection would be going right here. And then what we can do is hook up this stone deposit as well as the iron deposit here. And we just, let me see. Yeah, we go down here as well. So that should be fairly easy. Let me remove some of this shebang and then we're gonna grab our mining station, place it here. Now, ooh, this is not enough space, is it? So I think what I should do is rather something like this, so we can go up and then down into these stations. Yeah, well, you look at that. This looks about right in my opinion. And now I should be able to just go up here. So you come here and you come there. Okay, looks like I already replaced the intersection. I'm gladly taking that. Let's build some of the station here. We can already hook this up to power, get rid of that. And then eventually I need to bring the rails together again and get them back to the base. So if I do something like this with all the rails, we can easily bring them together. And then as of this point, we move back into the main line, just like that. Good, good, good. Give this some proper signaling. Whoa, hang on. This is the wrong track. This should go down into the other one right there, of course. Good. And just like that, the stone deposit here should be servable. The only thing I need to do is change the name into load stone. And now that we have introduced those stations, we can set up 8 more trains. Let me quickly go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. Wonderful. In the meantime, I would say we keep going here, kind of make a turnaround and have the stations lined up. So another mining station setup we need. We probably could do this in 2 goes. So I think what I'm gonna do is set up the stations like this, and then eventually once this is used up, we're gonna turn it around and have another station like so to use up the rest. Or maybe we won't. Honestly, I don't know yet. But this is a couple of stations we can set up here. And now all we want to do is get back to this rail, join up with you, and then maybe set up a light there. And there and there. I then need enough space to make that turnaround like so. And then with you, I want to just come up to this place. I just noticed we don't even need to turn around the stations. We can just move the stations a little further back. Honestly, we'll see. Maybe we'll just leave the rest of the patch be. For now, all I want to see is these rails joining up with all the stations. A little chain signal here. That should be good. Then we bring them all together again. And we can do this with this guy here. Make it come back down below. Good. This is looking a tiny bit wonky, but it's gonna work out. Ooh, I ran out of signals. Thankfully, my other Spidertron still got some. Hook this up to power, rename the station, copy this over for all of them. Now we got 2, 4, 6 stations. That means 12 more trains. But let me maybe first finish the rail here. Good. This is looking rather good. And we almost completed mining productivity 49. That is extremely nice. I think I'm gonna be doing this iron ore as well, using this rail here. And then we should be good on the iron front for a little while. So get rid of these, grab my mining stations. This one we can probably do in 1 go, though I need to make sure that all the trains have a potential to be filled up. There it is, mining productivity finished. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here as it is. Once the miners are done, we're gonna remove them. Good, I want to come in this way. This should be good. Yeah, we just have to move this slightly over. That's fine. And this here will be the way back. We can simply go in there. Wonderful. Will you look at that? We already have trains coming here, starting to fill up ever so slowly. But because of the sheer amount of trains we have, of course, we should always have one ready. And I really like the aspect that they tend to choose a station that is empty over one that already has a train. At least it seems that way. But now we added yet another 5 stations. So in total, that would be 11 stations, therefore 22 trains we have to introduce. Okay, I think we fixed our deficit with the iron. As you can see, all the stations are now being served. My next goal is to get even more power. During the night, I believe we are still running out of accumulator charge. Right now we have a slight overproduction, but the night actually lasts a little bit longer than we can take. Currently we have 150,000 solar panels. That is not too shabby. And now we can see the accumulator charge is kicking in, and already at under 2 gigawatts it is discharging. So either we need another nuclear plant or a whole bunch more solar panels. I'm gonna go for the latter right now, and that basically starts by filling up this lake and also adding more solar panels to the mix. Not having enough power is actually detrimental. If we check out the science production, we are producing about 400 fewer science packs currently, and sometimes it's even worse. But there we go, my landfill trons should be ready, and then we're gonna start filling this up. And then in the same pass we can also install more of these completed solar arrays. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Someone asked me, by the way, why I'm always building manually. Well, that is with my own Spidertron getting where I need to go, and that is because I just find it annoying to steer everything with the map. You know, whenever I can, I'm going to be working with the map when I just have to place blueprints. But if I have to move the Spidertrons around all the time in order to reach all the spots, then I just like to do it myself. Because having hundreds of remotes and steering all the Spidertrons across the map is still annoying. I really wish there was a faster way to travel, because I cannot really make this exciting enough to record, and therefore eventually there's going to be hours and hours of travel time that I just cannot utilize to the best of my abilities. Looks like we got rid of our landfill. That means we're gonna keep going here with the solar arrays. Just place as many as we can, honestly. Okay, looks like we ran out of materials for the time being. That means I want to make my way back. Where's the station? Right there. Okay, how is it looking? I mean, another possibility would be to add yet another nuclear station, right? We would just have to mirror this, and then looking at the oil, we still have destination full. That means I could override this potentially. But then I still need a way to kind of access this part. Maybe we can connect it with this guy. Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll have to do it. And I think right now is a good opportunity. So we can even get some more petroleum, for instance. That is something I'm struggling with. And it also looks like I cannot use up the heavy oil quick enough, right? Some of these here, no, output is full. Yeah, it's just because of the water shortage again. Yeah, water is missing here, and therefore this is not working exactly the way I want. Is it? Yeah, at least it's on its way. How many water trains do I even have? Let me check. 40. How is it possible that this is still not enough? Especially, ooh, wait. How can you say destination full? Oh, it is full. Okay. Wait, did I not change that here? No, it's 100k. So why would it be used up so quickly? Ah, I see. So the trains aren't that intelligent. It actually sent a train from anywhere except the station that is right here. Yeah, I wonder which train is actually on its way here. And then we have all of these guys with destination full. So it's not because of the lack of water trains. It's because the water trains are sometimes coming from a further distance. You know, I guess one way we could fix that is going even more extreme with 150k. So not all the water necessarily has space inside the tanks, but since it's being used up so dramatically quickly, this might just be the better decision. So I'm gonna copy this over for all of the water stations here. Anyway, let's see what we can do right here. I think I want another intersection here, so I'm quickly gonna get rid of that and then grab myself a T intersection, place that right here, and then we're basically gonna just continue like so. Then I want to make a little bridge to go across, and we're just going to move over as long as necessary in order to join up with the rails here. Just going to make this bridge as wide as necessary to place the rails. Oh my gosh, this is a wonky bridge. Good. Now I simply have to connect it right here. This should be going over there, and this should be joining up with this guy, right? Yeah, that should be right. I can fix everything later on. Let's just make sure that some of it is signaled so we don't have any accidents. Okay, nice. Just like that, we now have access through this part. That means I can take away everything from here. Okay, looks like we're ready to take this apart. I'm gonna do that right here so the trains don't move away. And then we're grabbing everything from here as well. This can go, honestly, we can just actually remove everything. Well, I have to make sure that no trains are actually coming along. They should now be using the new route right there. Good, and now I want to take away everything in approximately this vicinity. Yeah, that should be fine. And as a matter of fact, I should be able to just place the entirety of the liquid module. Now, let me see. Yeah, this looks about right. Too close to existing signal, so we'll have to fix something there, but I can still place everything. Should be fine. Good, getting all of this set up, and of course the main reason I'm building this is because I want more nuclear power and maybe some more fluids as well. Looks like we can now build the nuclear reactor in one go. Can I finish it? Yeah. Wonderful. Then we just have to make sure the rest here is set up as well, so oil and water can be delivered. Let's check this out. Yeah, we already have trains coming in here, and now we just need to have additional trains for all of these. So I'll be right back once I introduce the additional trains. Oh, we got another mining productivity finished. Now we have really expensive stuff. I guess we're now gonna upgrade the flammables and explosives. Let's get these two researchers started. And as a matter of fact, I'm also going to upgrade the projectile damage. It is about time. The shooting speed of the artillery, I'm actually not that interested in. I don't really see the purpose in that upgrade. Good, everything is finished and has been set up. This also means we are now producing more petroleum, but potentially I should have left this hooked up for the time being. Though if we check right here, this is still filling up. This is still filling up here. Yeah, this is not a good sign. Let's go ahead and hook up another resource we know is not going to be in the way eventually. For instance, this one here. Yeah, that actually seems fairly reasonable. We can hook it up right there. Yeah, should be easy enough. So I'm just going to do this the traditional way, and we set up a intersection. I can then go ahead and take a little detour in order to turn around right there, probably. Yeah, this should be good enough. And right here we can set up the station, and then we just move back into the rail. That should be, yeah, good enough. Okay, now I just have to make my way here with the Spidertrons. Where am I? Yeah, I'm building first the solar panel. And you know, this is another reason I don't like to play from the map screen, because it can get really dark in the night. Wow, this is actually a really good deposit. There are many spots, but now it's all about piping this up, I guess. Okay, then let's get this built. First the solar panels. Oh, there's some stuff in the way. And then we fix that intersection. Go ahead, build all of the rails and rigs. And I will still have to power it up. And also maybe a bunch of beacons wouldn't hurt. And of course, before I forget, all of these also require speed modules. As for the beacons, I'm just looking for some spots where we can hook up maybe 3 or even 4. Like this beacon here could take care of 5. This is amazing. So I'm just gonna set that up here and make sure this is going elsewhere, maybe right there. Good. How many trains can we accommodate here? At least 3, I would say. That's 1, 2, 3, yeah, even 4 if we wanted to. So I'm gonna upgrade this to 4 and introduce 4 more trains. That is 2 oil trains right there. Oh, I just noticed one train actually ran out of fuel, and it is the coal train, which of course reminds me that we still don't have a solution for the coal and stone trains right now to get them efficiently fueled up. However, on the positive side, the nuclear power plant is almost ready to be functional. I think, yeah, I'm just missing the water. Totally forgot about that, but first we need to fix the train. Okay, nice. Now it's actually looking much better. How much power do we provide? 18.6 gigawatts during the daytime. This is pretty good. So what would be the next step? I guess we could use another mega module. At this point, I don't really know what we're lacking, but I would assume with the amount of stations we currently have going on, another mega module would be fitting, but then I have to sacrifice another oil station. And this copper station might also get in the way. Let me quickly check. Mega module, you would be going approximately here. Yeah, this is so inconvenient. What if we just added this a little bit further up? Right here we have another spot that isn't really touched. Well, except for this copper station here. We would have to get rid of that, but this is not that dramatic if you ask me. Alrighty, I finished filling up those 2 lakes right here, so we can set up the actual tracks that I need here. Now I just noticed somewhere along here, I'm still missing a radar, so I'm gonna go ahead and install that so I have the perfect overview. the thing that I want to add is this right here. Let me see, there's just nature in the way. All the power poles should still be okay-ish. And then I just have to take apart this rail here. Now, let me see. I think I'm gonna do it right now. This seems to be a good point in time. Wonderful. And now I should be able to set up this blueprint, hopefully. Yeah, looks about right. The main thing is that we already have these rails here completed, so the trains can go back and forth. Okay, now I'm also gonna remove the signals along the route here. All of these rail signals can go. And I should be able to copy over the rest of the intersection. That will go right there. Yeah, this should be possible. Good, the intersection is set up. Now I just need to make sure that all the rails are already in place. This way the trains can also approach everything from the other side. And done. Wonderful. Okay, this is gonna help. And now we can basically move over here. Think about where the mega module would end up. As a matter of fact, I wanted to place it here, but now we already, we can actually have 2 mega modules now, where we can set them up quite conveniently. This still means I will have to fill in this lake and maybe partially some of this. But this shouldn't be an issue since I have my stone deposits here where the landfill is being crafted. All of this I wish to be filled up. Thank you. Yes, my Spidertron army, do my bidding! Do my bidding! Honestly, this felt more epic in my head. We still could do a good portion. Mind you, I still used up some of it for the previous lakes, so we only have to go for 1 refill. Then I'm also gonna remove this intersection right here. This is already accessible from the bottom. We just have to make sure that the trains can rotate around. And then we can have the same mega module once again. Said and done, I got this lake filled up and partially this one here as well. So we have the space for a mega module. Let me quickly check here with the blueprint. I would have to line it up with the radars on the bottom right and left side. And of course there's a whole lot of stuff in the way. Another train. This is not good. How far away is this? Thankfully it is nearby, but this is now happening all over the place. It's a paradox. I'm not happy with the situation, but I'm also way too lazy to actually solve it right now. Oh, looks like we have some more attacks. Yeah, I had to move these artillery turrets, but I think now we are very much safe again. Yeah, looks good. Now, this was a really bad train to run out of fuel. Thankfully, we do have some extra fuel. Maybe take that too. I mean, very often they actually do get the fuel, but it depends. If they don't end up in specific stations for an extended period of time, they can run out of fuel. Either way, I want to remove all of this shebang here. Yeah, that looks about right. I want to remove this and also mostly everything in between. One important thing I usually tend to forget about is to remove the signals that were there previously, like this. And I also want to do this on the other side, remove the rail signals. Now we can go ahead and paste this blueprint mega module without issues, hopefully. And yeah, this looks about right. There are maybe a few issues. Wait a second. I just want to make sure that I haven't made a mistake. This is the rail and this is the rail. Good. Okay, it is at the correct spot. So now, of course, it's all about building this thing, removing nature. As a matter of fact, I might want to remove this a little bit more generously. And now we're just moving through the module as we always do it. And the last time we built a mega module, we learned that we only actually need to go back 1 time to refill the Spidertrons in order to completely finish it. Hang on, before I actually do something, yeah, I gotta make sure that the trains don't go into the stations here. And it looked like we already had some... No, actually, that is because it's not hooked up. But yeah, removing this here in the beginning is actually rather important. And also, for the time being, I'm not gonna hook it up to power, so we don't waste it all. This is looking amazing. I love my Buildertron army. Yeah, check this out. We're now still going extremely strong, even though we already built 1/3 of the module. And of course, it's all about having crafted enough speed and productivity modules in the past. Looks like we ran out of beacons at this point. This is not surprising in the least. And it looks like that has been it. So we're gonna make our way back to the crafting hub to get that refill. Yeah, really nice. We got a lot of it done. I'm so happy. Let me see. Crafting hub is over here. Alright guys, I'm back and I finished the mega module as promised. I actually did record a little clip that I didn't record because I forgot to hit the record button. But essentially I filled up this this here with the flooring. I'm gonna do the same thing here with the other smelter. And we started to introduce the trains right here. So I hooked it up to power, and I also hooked it up to the train network, so all the trains were able to income. Now, this actually worked phenomenally. We had all 26 trains coming in at the same time. I have to say this was a great and glorious moment, just seeing the system in action and working well. Now, theoretically, we should have breached the 2.8k signs per minute mark. If we produce 400 signs per mega module here, that would be 1,600. Then we have 2,004 and 2,800. The theoretical limit is even higher, but I'm just calculating it with 400 per minute because that is usually what I can guarantee as an output. I'm now gonna allow the trains to settle down a little bit and the mega module to kick in. Yeah, right now we don't have all of the sign slabs going for it. As a matter of fact, it just gets started. Yeah, we're still missing the first load of white signs packs, so there is no impact in how many signs packs we are consuming right now. And of course, we have to wait a little bit for this train section to clear up. But I just see a mistake. Of course, the trains shouldn't be waiting here, and that is because we have a rail signal here somewhere. So at some point, we'll have to go through the rail system with a fine-combed fine-combed tooth. You know what I mean? I never get this phrase right, and I don't even know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's just give this a minute or two to settle down, and then we're gonna check back on the statistics. Well, I gotta say, so far it is looking good. I don't see any of the mega module stations not being served at this point. But right now we do not get the desired output. Let me see. Yeah, we are at 2.2. That is even lower than with the previous mega module. Yeah, usually I have to let it settle down a little bit more. I think we need to be more patient and just keep on building. But as long as I don't see the usual indicators, I'm not too worried. There are no white stations. All of the mega modules are always being served, and then each individual train doesn't have to wait for long. So overall, I think we might just have to let it settle down. Or are we doing, is it because of the military research? No, we do get enough military science packs. I don't think that is actually the problem. It looks like the blue ones are actually a bigger problem. Yeah, it could have something to do with the blue ones, which require the circuits. Interesting. We do have enough circuits, so it's all dependent on, let me see, this one here isn't crafting because we're missing a machine. Oh my gosh, I did not notice that. Look at that. We have 3 machines here without the module, and this means this is probably a mistake I have on each module. Oh my gosh, tell me, look at that. This is incredible. This is such a huge mistake. Maybe we weren't producing enough because of that. I mean, it's using up more resources. Oh my gosh. Guys, we might just have made the biggest improvement on this. So now with these guys having productivity modules, we might do a little bit better. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this for all of them, right? I have to go through each individual mega module and make that change. Give me a minute. Okay, now I'm pretty happy with the results. If we check the production right now, it is 2.6 or 2.7 sometimes. Well, maybe it's going up and down a little bit, but it is definitely on the improving side. And I bet you once I let things calm down a little bit, it's going to be all fine. Just one problem I still notice is sometimes we're lacking the water, though this might just be an initial problem. No, right here we have no water at all, and this has a huge influence. So I still think the water might be a little bit of a bottleneck, but I don't want to just cheat it in like I do with the stations here. I mean, I don't consider this one cheating because I would just fish it out of a lake either way. I would have it nearby a lake and, you know, couldn't do a symmetrical setup, but I would consider having those pumps right here cheat because the mega modules I would set up in specific locations either way, and it's not realistic to expect a water source nearby. So yeah, on the downside, we might need a lot more water trains, and on the plus side, we do have plenty of space to add maybe 2 or 3 more. But yeah, with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. We are now at 2.8 signs per minute, at least theoretically, even though we didn't quite just reach it. Actually, we're dropping down again, but you know, I'm sure this has something to do with the water right now because it is missing in a lot of stations. Well, let me find a better example. Maybe not that many, but water is definitely a bottleneck, and we might actually have another bottleneck I'm not aware of just yet. But yeah, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Bye bye.